Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so we're going to do 10th house stelliums today. Haven't quite chosen a deck yet. I think I'm going to keep using this wild unknown deck. So, I feel like doing another video today more on the gardening, medicinal / informative, what we're dealing with on that front today. So, let's get into, I want to get the 10th house out of the way. So we can talk about the foods. So what's up, 10th house? Okay. Daughter of Swords, the Moon, 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Daughter of Cups. Okay. I can't see shit. No, still can't see shit. Alright. Just pull them closer. Okay. Here you go. So I think it feels like your subconscious is receiving messages here. And your higher self is somewhat disconnected from your lower self. So you've cut yourself, how you're not supposed to, how they tell you to. You're not allowed to feel any of the bads, darling. But if you feel the bads and you also feel the goods, you can merge the two and become that integrated person that's able to hold the multitude of a whole person at the same time. So that's happening in your subconscious. You're getting a message that's happening, and then this is the outcome. Okay. So in the medicine wheel of I'm just going to call them the originals because I cannot remember for the life of me. You're not supposed to call them native or Indian or shamans either. But on that wheel, that medicine wheel, that the people who were originally in each and every country before we kind of spread out, that's the worm, and that is south on the medicine wheel. And the worm on the medicine wheel is a infinity symbol. And that has, where are we at? Can I go on? Oh, we're only at 3 minutes. Okay. So that has a meaningful symbol for digestion. That's what the worm does. It takes all of the whatever in the soil that's been placed in that particular plot of wherever it happens to be. It ingests it and poos it out. Worm castings. Super good for the garden. Okay? So this worm has been severed. Okay? So it's telling me that your gut and your brain again have been cut off. Okay? So you're getting the message that your chakra system is separated. See how there's the orange and the slightly reddish orange, and then the red is on one side of the owl's head, and then the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo, and the pink, purple is on the other side. Okay? So that's what this is telling me, is that you're feeling this in your physical body at the moment. So your gut and your brain are disconnected, and if I had to guess, you're probably experiencing headache and digestive problems, if I had to guess. You do have the Ace of Swords here. Okay, gaining the mental clarity and getting your lights in more of a group so they can connect. Now, they're not supposed to be separate in the body. People get that really confused, and it's kind of alarming. They're not to be separate. You're not, oh, I need to work on my throat chakra. No, you work on the whole system. You work on the whole thing, all at the same time. Because if your throat chakra is out of alignment, probably everything else is too. People, again, this modality of like, we're going to take the little itty bitty teeny tiny molecule out and we're going to focus on that little teeny tiny molecule instead of focusing on how the entire system needs to work together in order to operate in a healthy and functioning way. Okay. And my God, she's going holistic on us. Let's go get the tar. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here, though, is that you're starting to understand how that actually works, how that functions, and how it plays out. And you're like, that's it. I'm getting a grip on this, grasp, whatever. And then you come out with the Daughter of Cups. Look at there. Happy waters. Happy waters. Okay, so you start off with the Daughter of Swords, receiving the message that something needs to be correlated here from your subconscious because it's having a physical effect on you now. That's why shadow work is so important, is because it's all the stuff in our subconscious that is going to make us physically ill if we don't sit with it. That's yin energy, sitting, being quiet, being still in the darkness, and just letting things come up as they need to and dealing with them. Can't imagine why things turned out so horribly in the first place. So you're doing a good job, though, sitting with this in the darkness. And your newness is gonna... Okay, I did not get the roots of the read. Hold up, wait a minute. The Mother of Pentacles. Ooh, the Four of Wands. Woo! Taking a hard, cold look, man. Hang on. I need to get my evil eye in there. Okay. And then the Eight of Pentacles doing the work. Creating a web. The spider's on the north side of the medicine wheel. So, you're showing up for yourself. You got your own back here. And you're willing to do the work. You see everything with clarity. And I feel like you're looking at this like a new adventure rather than like, oh, I'm going to put all this work in. No. Oftentimes it's like pain in the ass it is to get real about stuff. When you get real about something, you can do something about it. You can go to work on it. You can get to the solution if you're willing to look at it honestly. So that's the energy you're showing up in. Way to go, 11th house or 10th house, stellium. This doesn't have to be a child, but it can be somebody else here is listening and observing. Notice the mother's ears here, and then notice the baby's ears. See how, even though it's a baby, the ears are bigger. So just keep that in mind while you're going through this process. There might be somebody in your environment that needs to understand this process as well. And again, it does not have to be a child. It could be a coworker, it could be a neighbor, it could be a best friend, it could be whatever. Somebody here with you needs to witness what this is, because you know what you're doing. Just saying. Okay. Let's do an oracle. 10th house stellium. Whoop, there it is. Okay. The crow. Ooh. Ready, set, crow. Okay, so. Spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and a regular self-study. When in balance, they're psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded and hypersensitive. To bring into balance, daily meditation practice. That's good advice for everybody. Ooh, and underneath that, you got the... All right. Where are we at? Oh, 11. Let's do this. Dear, because it was in your read. Yeah. We're doing it. All right, there's earthworm here too. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We all have felt the woes of earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. I was going to say that. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious, apprehensive. Bring into balance. Speak up, risk embarrassment. So oftentimes maybe you do have somebody at work or that's around you going through spirit work themselves and trying to understand how to work with the yin energy in the shadow. So oftentimes when you're first starting off, you feel like you're like, but oftentimes that's the most powerful of the experiences when it comes to speaking up for yourself, when it comes to having that ability to look at situations honestly and say, hey, there's a little glitch in the little program you got going on here. Could you maybe we want to fix that before it becomes a bigger problem? Because oftentimes everybody has a different perspective, and when you kind of get like a hive together, you get into that mentality and you share that energy and frequency with people for so long that something new comes along and they're like, but, and oftentimes in toxic environments that gets poo-pooed, so it's understandable why you wouldn't want to speak up. But if there's integral energy anywhere in that group, they will pipe up for you. They will remember what it's like to step into the door the first time around, and they will pipe up for you. So do not hesitate. And if they end up being a total bunch of, you know what, POSs, then guess what? That's the universe saying, darling angel, get your beautiful, beautiful behind somewhere else. Okay? It's just a learning process. And no, you don't have to put up with torture. You can take your value, your gifts, your beautiful, wonderful, new blossoming energy somewhere where it's going to be facilitated, encouraged, and fertilized. Okay? Good. All right. What else were we looking at? Deer. I just read worm. I was like, wait a second. Well, I didn't read anything about deer. I read the worm. Okay, so that's worm energy. There's deer. Next. Oh, we got one at a time. Let's do this. Okay. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective. to bring into balance nature and children. Okay. So we got 3. Yay! All right, 10th house, freaking rocket. So maybe you're going to experience someone who's new and need to pipe up for them after you get on some probiotics or some prebiotics and energetic release. I did a previous video on that. I think it was 300 subscribers that I did a video on that. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so that's what I have. Yeah, that's good energy. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. So, until next time, I'm going to do a few more videos today and then get back to what else I'm being called to. Right. Until next time, I love you and keep your flame.